section off your hair. So for this hairstyle, I like to make my part like always, but this one I make a little extra big because I'm gonna make it like curly up top. So instead of doing like my normal part which starts there, I'll do it a little bit back, so it looks like that. And just pull this back. And then you take, so once you make your part, you just make the back again. And then you'll take your part out over here too. So, you use to curl, which sometimes I like to leave. I think we can take a little bit more out. Okay. So bring this forward. Alright. So now I have like that much of my hair out. And I'm leaving this part out. So what I do with this part here is I'll take a section of my hair, and some people I know don't like to tease their hair. So if you don't like to, this is where you can just use this or like a sponge or whatever you might use, like a bump it, to make a poof. But I do tease my hair and use this. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to, obviously you can brush this down, make sure it's, but you take, so behind where you parted all the front, which you can probably just put this in a sort of ponytail just to keep it out of the way. But that should be how much you have up front. Then for this back part, you just comb it back, but you take like two sides and you go under it like very thin. Like you don't want to get a whole lot, but just enough. And pull it away from the other to where it looks like that. The line doesn't have to be perfect, but you want at least like that much hair. So then what I like to do is I like to comb the front just so that it's even down. Make sure that there's no, it looks clean, there's no knots or anything. And then what I like to do, so once I get this part out, I like to comb it down, and then I take the comb and I go from behind. So like this, I put it all the way through my hair, but I comb down. And this just is for the teasing. And then I like comb it up just to make sure it doesn't look bad. And I'll take hairspray, kind of spray it so that there's not a whole lot of flyaways. But I do that. Then, again, from behind, I take another chunk of hair. And I'll separate it. And this piece I will also tease. So I'll brush it back first. Then I will take the comb and go underneath and push up. So then, you guys can see my poof here, my poof here. This one I don't do as much, but I take my scrunchie and I put it between the parts where I teased. And then I'll just bobby pin it down. Alright, so once I do that, then I'll take my part that I teased and I'll flip it so it looks something similar to that. I'll flip this back over the bun. And so right now it's going to look stupid, but you just kind of comb down. Over it so that it doesn't look as stupid. So it should look similar to that. So I also like to put my bun on the sides for this hairdo, this particular one. And so once you get your hair like poofed out the way that you like, I just pull it back and put it to a side ponytail. So it looks something similar to this. And I'll just make sure that the flyaways are down. And you just kind of want to make sure that it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna throw the poof. And it's full. Like I said, I usually like fuller hairdos. So I will go through and make sure it's full. But it should look something similar to that. Okay, so once you get your hair poofed the way you like it, and it's in a ponytail, this is where I start curling my hair. So typically I'll just take, because I want to make curls all over, like a curly bun, so I'll just take one of the curls here, or one piece out of the ponytail, and I'll do it from kind of the top. I'll use my heat protectant spray, and I'll spray it, I don't spray a whole lot, because sometimes it won't curl. Then for my curling one, so I actually use just a Remington. It's a little barrel, like it's not even, probably it's like half an inch, and it like goes big to small, but it's a wand. I use that. I'll just wrap it around my hair. Keep it for like 5 seconds and pull out. So it should look something similar to that. So these are just mainly the short pieces. These are the ones that I've used from my poof. So I try to find the short pieces to use at first for this hairstyle. But what I'll do is I'll spread it out. And then I'll take like 2 of the pieces. So if I can make it 4 pieces, like spread it out to 4 pieces, I'll take 2 of the pieces, put them back together. But then I'll re-curl it myself. So to where it makes it look like a fuller curl, like that. So it's a little bit bigger. And I'll spray it. So it looks something along those lines. And then I'll take this and I'll pin it just at the top of my hair, and I'll use like little bobby pins, like those type ones, the little ones. And you can just pin it on the ponytail, in the ponytail. Just pin it so that it stays. And I spray again, and it looks something similar to that. And you do that with all these. So the second one that I use, then I'll take this and I'll re-curl it. Like I said at first. And if you want to make sure the curls are clean, you can redo it several times. Sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. But once you get it, just use the little bobby pin. Go underneath and pin it. So you're going to do this repeating times. So. Okay, so towards the bottom is where I was just saying you could probably just curl and you don't have to recurl them at all. I mean, I just like to go through and spread them out to make sure they look fuller. So ultimately, it'll look something similar to this. So you'll get your full curly bun. So that's going to be my base, and that's the back, just so you can see real quick. But that's this curly part. So this top part, some people don't just like the poof and just like to leave it like that, which is fine. But I like to curl it all over. So what I do is I take like this much, because I want to leave my part out. So I'll try to make it, take like this much at first. I'll put this back in a ponytail so it stays out of my way. And then here, I do basically the same thing. I just take a strand, and I curl every strand with the wand. And this time, I do curl it all at one time. But I'll kind of do the same thing, so I'll spread them out. But I don't want to roll them too much. So I just want to spread them out and kind of just place them over my hair. Just like that, and spray. So I don't even really pin it, I just spray it at first. And I kind of do it with all of these. I just spread them out. Kind of just lay it over. And I'll fix the back, but at first, just to kind of figure out how I want to place everything, then I'll just do that. Make sure that the hair, so it looks full on the back, but you want to make sure that the hair like comes to the ponytail and it's not just like loose all around, so that it looks like, I don't know, it's like almost like a waterfall going into this part, but you don't want to make it like, you want to squeeze it, make it look like it's part of the hairstyle. And it's kind of hard for me to do this without looking at the back, but you'll just want to intertwine. I know it looks kind of weird now. But it'll look some along the lines of this, but I'm going to be styling it, so. Every single time. Sometimes I'll add more curls. Like I'll make the part a little, maybe like a poof sometimes, or I'll do a pin curl, something along the lines of like that. you can do whatever you would like for this part. On both sides. So just my part, I just curled every single strand, and then I styled it so that it looks something like that. Okay, so this is the finished product. I curled my front, I curled the middle, and I curled the back. This is what the back looks like. I also added in this barrette just to add some, I guess, elegancy to my hair, but that is my hair. Also, so this is what's cool is underneath, you don't have to have it curled, it's just flat. So just to spray the flyaways you can, and if you want this more poofed up you can, but that is the finished product of this classy, elegant, formal hairstyle. Hi guys, so that hairdo that I showed you guys earlier, the elegant, formal, classy hairdo on the side that I showed you today previously. So that's what I wore to church this morning, and this is what I wear at night. So that same bun I did, everything stays the same, but at night services, I typically get really hot, so I like my hair to be up. So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of what this hairstyle looks like, all being the same. The only difference is whenever you have your hair down, I take out all the bobby pins that I use to recurl the curls, and I just let it hang, and then I roll that up in a bun, and then just kind of make it look somewhat similar to this. I did add the little barrette here and a little barrette there. And you can kind of spread out the curls. Some of the curls fall out, and that's kind of why I changed to this hairdo at night anyways, because I don't like to recurl it. But this is also classy. You can use this for weddings, etc. And I'll show you more of, like, in detail this hairstyle. But you just take that long, the one that you use to curl all your curls, you take it and you just put it up. If you were just starting with this, you would start the same exact way. You would leave your part out, you would poof your hair up, put it in a ponytail, and then from there, you would split the ponytail. Like split it in half like I showed you guys when I was doing the twisty on one of my messy buns. But you split your hair and then put one of those, take one strand pieces of the hair that you've taken apart, roll it in a bun to be your base, and then curl, just like I showed you guys curling the front, you would curl that same style. You would recurl the curls, but you would do it on top of the bun. And then it would look like this as your base. And then you would take your part that you're making up front, and you would just curl it like I showed you guys. I just curled every strand when I left my part out, and then you just drape it over the poof and the bun into your curly bun so that it makes it one full classy updo. But yeah, that's this hairdo.